South Carolina room of the Drs. Bruce and Lee Foundation Library has materials pertaining to state, local, and family history with a special dedication to helping patrons with genealogical research, whether they have just a budding interest or are a seasoned researcher. We are located on the second floor in a glassed-in area on the Dargan Street side of the building. When you see Francis Marion and his horse, you'll know you're in the right place. All are welcome to use the room. You do not have to make an appointment or get special permission to gain access to the materials. We have books that cover a wide range of topics, such as regional genealogical sources, the Revolutionary and Civil Wars, the history of Florence, local yearbooks, and city directories. We also have maps, microfilm, and online resources. One of our most popular resources is Ancestry.com, which we offer free of charge in the library. In order to help everyone obtain no-cost resources from home during the COVID-19 outbreak, Ancestry.com is offering access to search National Archives records and at-home resources for K through 12th grade students, all free of charge. Genealogical research is fun when you find what you are looking for. It is frustrating when you don't find what you are looking for. It is interesting because you will always learn things you never knew, and it is moving. Even though you are looking through dry-looking governmental documents, they contain the details that make up a person's life and can help you feel closer to loved ones that you have lost and ancestors you never knew. A good genealogy search always begins at home. Begin your family tree by writing down as much basic information as you can remember about your relatives. This will include names, dates, and locations of birth, marriage, and death, and the names of spouses, children, siblings, aunts, and uncles. You might have documents at home that can be helpful, such as obituaries, family Bibles, and birth certificates. Census records can be accessed through Ancestry. They provide a wealth of information. It captures an individual or a family at a particular point in time, a once-per-decade snapshot. The most recent census that is publicly available is the 1940 census. Census records tell you who was living in a household at a given point in time, including spouses, children, siblings, and even in-laws. You can learn the age, place of birth, year of immigration, year of marriage, occupation, and how many children a couple has had, as well as additional information. A census enumeration is much more than a record of an individual family. It also tells the story of an entire community. Neighbors often turn out to be family, especially in rural areas. It's a good idea to search records that are several pages before and after your ancestor's record. We have some wonderful maps. The 1775 Mouzon map of North and South Carolina, including the Indian frontiers. This was the map of the time of the Revolution. George Washington had a copy, the British had a copy, the French had a copy, and we have a copy. We also have a reproduction of the Mills Atlas of South Carolina, showing the districts in 1825. There was no Florence County yet, but the area can be seen on the Darlington, Marion, and Williamsburg district maps. Both the Mills Atlas and the Mouzon map can be seen on the Library of Congress website. We have yearbooks for local high schools and colleges from across the state, going back to Florence High School in 1918. Another helpful resource we have are Florence city directories, going back to 1894. We frequently have patrons who are interested in the history of their homes. With the directories, you can see when the house was built and who the first owners were, if the house is within the old city limits. We have old newspapers on microfilm, the Morning News from 1924, the State from 1891, and the South Carolina Gazette of Charleston from 1731. These are helpful for looking up obituaries. We also have municipal records from Florence, Darlington, Marion, and Williamsburg counties on microfilm, such as deeds, plats, and estate papers that are helpful in genealogical research. In 2017, John Jabali donated a framed collage of photos and autographs of the Depression-era gangster John Dillinger and Melvin Purvis, the local G-man who was responsible for his capture. When we reopen, we hope you will come to visit, and we will do our best to help. For more information, see the South Carolina Room page on the Florence County Library website.